Today we're looking at 6 specs associated with some hot characters that all fall into the same category. First solo series. Stay tuned.
Bry's Comics.
What's up, guys? Just a quick announcement. We do still have some awesome discounts going on over at bryscomics.com. Just up at the top in the announcement bar, the discount codes are listed. Also, some awesome new slabs inbound as we speak. And don't forget to order your copies of Mom, Mother of Madness. I did a whole nother video about that last week, so go check that out if you haven't already, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Bry's Comics. If you're new here, you've picked a great time to stop by because this is your last chance to get into the Nice House on the Lake exclusive set giveaway. I've got cover B here for Nice House on the Lake #1 and the Sanctum Sanctorum's retro distressed exclusive cover. Super hot series. Can't wait to talk about this on some upcoming spec videos. You have to go read this book. I rarely say you have to, but you have to read this. Even if you don't like horror, go check out this series, Nice House on the Lake. Since this book is already getting pretty pricey, you have an opportunity here to get it for free. All you have to do is smash like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Also, for another chance to win, I do a free slab giveaway every single month over on bryscomics.com. All you have to do to enter that is subscribe to the newsletter and just stay subscribed to the newsletter. You stay entered to win every single month. It's a one and done. You subscribe to that newsletter and every single month you're entered to win a free slab. As the business grows, as the newsletter list grows, I intend to have the prizes grow and get better and better as well. So thank you so much to everyone for the support thus far. I truly appreciate all of you. And now let's jump into these specs. So as most people know, when a character gets hot or gets announced for the MCU or some other movie or media franchise, usually the order of events is that their first appearance, second appearance, and origin start to climb in value, sometimes go through the roof, but often overlooked and often the last book associated with that character to go up is their first solo series. We've seen it time and time again. And so in this video, all of the books that we're going to talk about are the first solo series for that character. And we're going to start off with Riri Williams. Riri Williams' first solo series is titled Ironheart, and you can still find cover A and the Humberto Ramos variant cover for under $15, which I think has some great potential ROI, especially if you get it raw for $15 and slab it yourself. The incentive ratios and the second print are already getting super pricey, so I'm not even going to talk about those here. But Riri Williams is already confirmed for Disney Plus to get her own show called Ironheart. All of her keys are going to see a huge bump as that show gets closer, the trailers are released, and Marvel does a fantastic job about getting fans excited for the show. I can say with confidence that I guarantee all of Riri Williams' key books are going to go up in value as the show gets closer. I mean, if there's ever been such a more predictable trend, I don't know what it is. So next up, we have Nova #1, Volume 5 from 2013. So there's a whole bunch of Nova #1s. Make sure you get Volume 5 from 2013. And you may have heard me talk about this book before, but I'm bringing it up again because you can still find it for right around cover price. And it seems like we could be right around the corner from an announcement about Nova, whether it be Sam Alexander or Richard Rider. So this is the first solo series featuring Nova Sam Alexander, and it's also the first appearance of Jesse and Ava Alexander, the parents of Sam, and it's the first appearance of Kaylin Alexander, the sister of Sam. And Sam's parents and sister play an important role in the series, so it could turn out to be more than just a little bonus spec that goes along with this book. And if Sam Alexander comes to the MCU, he could have a bright future in the MCU with many ongoing appearances because of how prominent he is in the comic book continuity and all of the different teams that he's been a part of in the comics. So if that happens, I can easily see this book, his first solo series, being a $200 9.8, possibly even more if Sam's parents or his sister end up playing a role in the MCU. And I think you can find this book right now slabbed already for around $50. So next up, we have Jessica Jones. Now, Jessica Jones is already an established character, having her own show on Netflix that went for 3 seasons before it was canceled. That show shared continuity with Marvel films in the same timeline, but this was back in 2013. And I think that Marvel and the MCU is on a completely different level today in 2021. I don't think they're done with Jessica Jones yet, and I think if they bring her back around in today's MCU, it would have an even bigger impact on the values of her key books. And we'll see spikes not only in her first appearance, but also this, her first solo series. You can still find Jessica Jones #1 from 2016 for cover price or less. There's also all the normal variants that you would expect from a 2016 book, including second prints and teaser variants and hip hop variants, which are all great pickups. And this is one that is totally off the radar. So much so that Key Collector doesn't even have this on their app as a key issue with Jessica Jones, but it is her first solo series. But for that reason, since it's so far under the radar, do not get hasty. Be patient. I think you can find stuff for cover price or way less, or maybe, find some of those second prints or the hip hop variants. That might be a good route to go since prices are so low. All right, so these next two books might actually be a little bit surprising. First, we have Black Adam #1. This is the first solo series for Black Adam from 2007. It's a 6-issue miniseries, and most of us already know that a Black Adam movie is coming starring Dwayne Johnson in 2022. So now would be a great time to start hunting those Black Adam keys. Most of them are in the golden age. This is one of the rare ones in the modern era. And this issue is definitely one of the more affordable Black Adam keys, but it's not all that easy to find. But you can still find the complete set, a run of #1 through 6 for around $30, but it's issue #1 that's the money book, and that's around $15. There's an Alex Ross incentive variant, which goes for much more, and be on the lookout for the newsstand edition. The only difference with the newsstand edition is that the words direct sales are missing from the barcode box. So it's often overlooked. Oftentimes people don't even know that they have a newsstand. So be on the lookout for that. So here's one that I'm super surprised that I've taken hook, line, and sinker. I am all in. And it is Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #1. This is the first solo series for Squirrel Girl, and it's also the first appearance of Thomas, who later becomes Chipmunk Hunk. Now, just in case some of you guys are rolling your eyes right now, I am here to tell you, don't sleep on Squirrel Girl. Okay, her first appearance is in Marvel Superheroes #8, Volume 2 from 1992, and it sells consistently for over $500 with a newsstand edition much closer to $1,000 or more. So clearly, many people in the community are speccing on Squirrel Girl, enough to see those kind of numbers. And I went back and read some of her keys, and she's actually a really cool character. In the comics, she won the heart of Galactus using sympathy and kindness, and even defeated Thanos. And I've been thinking, if we can get Groot, if we can get baby Groot, and if they can have such a huge positive reception by Marvel fans, why not Squirrel Girl? Also, she has close ties to Miss Marvel, so there's another avenue that they can use her. But honestly, it's just been really nice to have a book that I can read with my kid. My son, he's 3 years old, and I can absolutely read Squirrel Girl comic books with him. And that might be part of the reason why I'm so excited about Squirrel Girl. With such a low entry point, why not go and pick up the first solo series? There's a second print and a hip hop variant to be on the lookout for, and this series doesn't have a huge print run. So if, like other Marvel #1s, so if we do get her in the MCU, I expect to see a healthy bump in prices for her keys. And that plays an important role in speculation. If we have a spec book that has a huge print run, because it's an issue #1, where will the price land with supply and demand, right? So if we have a huge print run and if we have a huge demand, you can have a really high price. But if we have a smaller print run and then we have a huge demand, that's when you see a potential gold mine. And that's what could happen with Squirrel Girl, because I think Squirrel Girl could have a huge fan base in the MCU. It's a different kind of fan base. It's not targeting towards the fans of Iron Man and Incredible Hulk, or not necessarily most of you watching this video, which are men between the ages of 35 and 55. This is probably geared towards a completely different audience. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be speccing on it. Just because it's not necessarily your cup of tea, there could be great potential there. And if you have children, you can have a little fun reading this book with them. And so Marvel and Disney Plus is no slouch when it comes to making profit, whether it be merch or targeting every possible demographic with their movies. And that's why I think this is such a great spec. And when we see shows coming like Miss Marvel that's coming to the MCU, to Disney Plus soon, it's targeting a completely different set of fans. And Squirrel Girl goes along with Miss Marvel really well. So I see it as a total possibility. And I think it's a worthy spec, especially since you can get the first solo series for right around cover price. And so lastly, we have Shuri #1. This is the first solo series featuring Shuri. So Marvel has officially announced the next Black Panther film's title, which is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And as most of us know at this point, there was an untimely passing of Chadwick Boseman, who will forever live in many fans' mind, including myself, as the only T'Challa. And Marvel has gone on record to say that out of respect, they aren't going to recast the role of T'Challa. That raises the question, who is going to pick up the mantle of the Black Panther? And a fan favorite is Shuri, who's T'Challa's sister and the head inventor for all of Wakanda, and even a former Black Panther in the comic books. So we don't have too many details. We don't have hardly any details about the next Black Panther film. So this is pure speculation, but it does seem like the most likely scenario. And if Shuri is cast as the Black Panther in the upcoming film set to begin filming this year and come out summer 2022, we will see huge spikes in all of her keys, including this, her first solo series. There's a second print that is getting incredibly pricey because I think it has an absurdly low print run, but keep an eye out for it when digging in back bins. Also, the cover A is going for around $20 to $30, but I have seen lots of copies go for more around $10. So if you're patient, you might find a great deal. And so since this one is pure speculation, since there's a possibility that she's not going to be the Black Panther, I would feel more comfortable speccing on her first solo series because it's a way more reasonable entry point rather than her first appearance or her first cover appearance. Those books are really pricey, around $1,000 or something. I just wouldn't feel comfortable shelling out $1,000 on a spec that really could not come to pass. But for $20 to $30 or $10 if you get a good deal on her first solo series, that is something that I can definitely get behind. But with speculation, as with most things, high risk comes high reward. So it depends on where you're comfortable with and how much you believe in the character, or maybe you're just a huge Shuri fan. So either way, if you get left holding those keys, something that you wouldn't mind having in your collection. So that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to smash like, subscribe, and you are entered to win this nice house on the lake exclusive set, the Sanctum Sanctorum's retro distressed exclusive cover, and the cover B. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below, and you're entered to win. Head over to brycecomics.com. I do believe I have some really awesome slabs that were just added to the site. Not sure when this video is going to drop, but I do appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
Bryce Comics.